All right, so I went over some of your stuff, and I wanted to just make a short video for you to let you know how to do this stuff. The first question, if I'm reading it correctly, it's you were asking how to mask something in Final Cut, and then after masking it, how to use Color Finale to make some changes. I'm going to give you some examples, so I guess let's try to start with the visualization. Let's try to, I don't know, like I'm going to do something very generic. And let's just try to mask this area out with Color Finale. And I'm going to just turn it some random color just to give you a really good idea of how to do it. It's not going to look good. It's just for demonstration purposes. And this is going to be completely unedited. So if I make mistakes, it's because I made them and I'm not going to be editing anything out. Okay, so obviously what you do is you start by dropping Color Finale on there. Obviously open the controls. So what you want to do is go up here, since you said you want to make masks. So we're going to go with the shape mask first. And so so what most people use the shape mask, what I typically use them for is either if I want to mask out an area or something. Let's say I want to make these guys darker, or this guy darker, or this area whiter or brighter. Or let's say the best way to use masks is vignettes, because it's just one other way to create focus and all that. So all you do is go up there, click that bad boy, and then you have your controls down here. Obviously, you have your shape mask, and that lets you turn it on and off, toggle on and off. And that's pretty much it. So if you want to take this area and make it lighter or darker, I usually use the curves whenever I'm doing exposure. So since I have that mask created right here, obviously you can't see it, but okay, now you can. And I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Okay, here we go. There we go. And as you see, I'm going to make it drastic. Say, you got the little circle. There you go. That's the mask. And now, if you want to invert it so it's doing the complete opposite, all you do is go there and bam. There you go. Now you are inverted. Now, that's exactly how you do it. That's it. That's literally it. Oh, actually, let me get you in on something else really quick. Obviously, you need to know if these are the softness and everything. It makes it less harsh or more harsh of a line, a circle line. But yeah, technically a circle is made out of lines, dots, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm assuming you already know about that stuff. But that's literally it. That's all you need to know how to use basic masks within Color Finale. So I'm going to delete that. Where did my clip go? Oh no. Told you, this is not edited. I mean, 1 second. Alright, let me scale it down just a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to do color selection. That was the other question that you were asking about. It's pretty much the same thing. Go up here, add color mask. Now let's try to focus on this area. Now you got to keep in mind though that the Final Cut's version of a color picker, like a color selector, it's absolutely horrible. I don't recommend using it, but if you have to, go ahead. But you're not going to get very good keys, to be perfectly honest. You're going to want to use something else, a third-party plugin or something, or just go straight to DaVinci if you are familiar with how to use it. So let's try to select this area. Obviously it's the same thing as last time. You have select the mask and all that stuff. You got your softness control, and this is going to tell you what color you're going to be picking. So I only want to choose the white. So I'm dragging only as much as like left to right, up, down. It doesn't really matter. But I just want to make sure that I'm selecting only the color that I want. All right. And so Obviously, it shows white, which is good, and I'm going to increase the softness just a little bit, because that increasing softness, just like adding a little bit of blurriness, usually helps hide the fact that you manipulated the image. You never want to leave trails or tracks or anything. No breadcrumbs. Get rid of all of it. All right, so let's see. You're going to notice that only this area is going to get colored. See? There you go. That's it. That's literally it. It's not... I mean, it's not the best tool in the world, but it gets the job done. If you notice that you go down here, you're going to see little color splashes. That's my whole point with leaving no trails behind. I usually increase the softness mainly because it just kind of helps blend everything. Just think about it as a blending tool. And that's about it. Just don't go too crazy with it, because people will be able to tell that it was digitally modified. The main times that people use it, main time that I use it is usually just for skin tones. Like let's say I made a teal and orange color theme or whatever, and her skin tones turn blue and everything too. Well, I'll just take the color picking tool and I'll get her skin tones and select just the skin tones or anything else that's red or orange or close to her skin tone, because her hair, a little bit of her hair would actually end up coming through, because if you notice, it's a similar color, which is fine. And so what you do is you would just go to correct her skin tones, just go bam, like, I'm not going to do it here, but you would just drag it towards the reds and everything, and that'll get your skin tones back in contrast against the teal, which is awesome. That's perfect. All right, man, this is where I'm going to end things. All right, peace.